You could say I'm on a mission of truth, a mission where it matters less about what I say and more about what I do. It is shown in how I spend my time. Is it shown in how I give? I say I care about others, but is that displayed by how I live? This mission has a holy purpose, greater meaning far beyond me. This mission is about serving others and leaving a lasting impression on the generations that come, so to speak. This mission is about giving, whether it be time, money, or moments. Giving of yourself to a point of sacrifice, but this is not about atonement. This is giving, is beyond me, but it's important that I play my part. Why would you not be willing to give to others if it means allowing a fresh new start? Why don't you want to change the world through your generosity and through your love? Why do you give? I personally know of this sacrificial love because Christ did it for me. So how could I not find a way to extend this love to others, small in comparison to how Jesus saved me? I give because it's a call to love others more than myself. If it's all about me, then I've missed the most beautiful things exemplified on this earth. I give because I know what it's like to be in need. Had moments in my life where someone reached out a helping hand because I couldn't see. I couldn't see beyond my circumstance or my loss. But that love extended hope as a seed. Have to nurture it, have to let it grow. Push past the dirt heaped on my life. But there's beauty in the way that others give and sacrifice. Why do you give? I may not always have the resources, so the giving is not always the same. But I can trust that we've all been given a gift, something that could be shared so that lives can be changed. So if it's money, please, by all means, give because it goes far. Whether it be much or whether it be little, the heart posture of why you give matters more. And if you're giving of your time, that makes a difference too. Those smiles at Christmas give hope to parents, showing that they are loved and seen because we are on a mission to serve in truth. Even a hand on a backpack, a lasting impression leaves. Backpack given to a small child to supply all of their school needs. See, you see them toddle off, feeling accomplished for a feat that you may deem small. But to that child, that backpack changes everything. It means not being without. And it means not drawing attention at school because they have what they need when the teacher says, pull it out. And maybe you've given an encouraging word, or perhaps you've sponsored a child. But just be hopeful knowing that there are many ways that you can give to turn lives around. Reminding people that there is hope on this earth is a mission all of itself. And how you give to others and how you give of yourself shows where your heart is. Some may think it's a burden, giving, but I believe those are missing out. For what a joy it is to provide for others out of the blessings that you have yourself. Because your generosity has the ability to set others free. So you could say I'm on a mission of truth. A mission where it matters less about what I say and more about what I do and how I move. I say I care about others, but is that displayed by how I live? Is it shown in how I spend my time? Is it shown in how I give? This mission has a holy purpose, a greater meaning beyond me. This mission is about serving others and leaving a lasting impression on the generations that come, so to speak. This mission is about giving, whether that be time, money, or love. So I ask again, what is your mission today? Is it to give? Is it to serve? I want you to imagine the lives changed forever by how you live and give on this earth. So I ask again, why do you give? And this spoken word was entitled, On a Mission to Give. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. A big round of applause again for Chelsea Hicks Husa. So Dr. Minister Chelsea Hicks Husa earned her PhD and Master's in Public Health in Occupational and Environmental Health from the University of Iowa. She also completed a Pediatric Injury Prevention Fellowship at the University of Washington, down the street. In her spare time, she's a passionate writer of the spoken word, as you heard. And I'm not sure if that moved you. If that didn't move you, I don't know what else will. That was really powerful. Thank you so much, Chelsea. I think one of the lines in that spoken word, the whole point about giving. It's about giving your time, and if you don't have time, it's about money, and if it's not money, it's love. Whatever you can give, however you can give, but we're asking you to consider that today. And with that, a little bit of an introduction. Welcome again to everybody today. On behalf of Mission Africa, I'm very, very proud and honored to welcome you to our annual fundraiser today. As I look out at all the faces tonight, it's really inspiring to see so many of you taking time out of your busy weekends and your busy schedules to be here. So we appreciate you, we're thankful, and we're grateful that you could make it out today. For many decades now, Mission Africa has worked tirelessly to address critical needs in the continent of Africa and also in the Pacific Northwest. And as you know, or if you know anything about Mission Africa, our mission is to help alleviate poverty, help with education, and also with healthcare. Every ticket you purchase today, every bid you make today, and every donation you make today directly contributes to our mission. It empowers families in our local communities as well as back in Africa. It provides crucial services that are really needed across the continent. And as we like to say, it helps us change lives one village at a time. So again, I wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to all of our sponsors. You know who you are. All the volunteers who spend a lot of days and hours trying to get us to this point. Everyone who's helped us put together this incredible event. Tonight you'll have a chance to enjoy a delicious dinner. I've had it once before, or many times before. It's amazing. You're going to love it. You're also going to have the ability to bid on some auction items, which will be coming up soon, and I think you'll really be excited about that. There's also a traditional African store back there. So if you haven't had a chance to do that, please make sure you make your way around at some point to check out those items. But most importantly, you'll get to learn about Mission Africa today, and we hope that you'll be able to give. Again, it's time or money or love. And with that, I will pass it on to Persephone Gary to give us the opening prayer today, and then we'll continue with the event. Thank you so much for everybody who's here, and welcome.
Good morning. If you would join me in bowing your heads. Father God, we thank you, Lord, for this opportunity. Your word tells us that you will know that they are Christians by their love, Father God. And so I pray today, Lord, that our love would lead us, God. Our love would help us to stand in places where people need us. They need us to show up, oh God. And so we thank you, Lord, for the heart and the spirit to give, the heart and the spirit to see others, Father God, the heart and the spirit to meet the needs of the people, oh God. We thank you for your presence. We thank you for your Holy Spirit, oh God. We thank you for the opportunity to stand in the gap for others. And we thank you, Lord, for your guidance, oh God. We thank you for Mission Africa and the heart that you have given this team, this leadership team, this staff, and this organization to stand for the vulnerable, to give out of their lack as well as their abundance, oh God. I pray for each and every person here, Lord, that their heart might be moved. Their heart might be moved to join them in these efforts, Lord, just to lift up people, to lift up communities, to lift up nations, oh God, and stand in the gap for those in need, God. We thank you for your presence here today. We thank you for the opportunities to be here, to be present, to be seen, to be kind to one another, to be an encouragement to others, even at our very tables, oh God. Inspire us. Inspire us to move and live and have our being in you. God, we ask that you bless the food that we're about to eat, that we have eaten, Lord. We ask that we pray for those who may be going hungry today, Father God. We pray that their needs may be met, oh God. And if it's us to meet it, oh God, that we would be quick to do so. We thank you for each and every opportunity we have to be a light, to be salt and light in this world, and to be a reflection of you and your love, God. May you get the glory out of each and every moment today. We honor you and we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Well, thank you for the prayer today. We hope we're all inspired by those words. And with that, we're going to be playing some national anthems. You ready?
Nigeria, we hail thee, our only, our native land. The tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve as a great motherland. Our flag shall be our symbol that true
Everybody get seated. Thank you very much.
Are you ready to do your thing? You're doing sponsor thank yous. I'm going to introduce you from here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your Executive Director of Mission Africa, Ndudi Chukwu.
Hello, everyone. Are we having fun yet? This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have to look on the screen to see what I'm supposed to be doing here. It's so good to have everyone. I just want to take the time to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts to our sponsors. We have the Gates Foundation. Give it up for the Gates Foundation. They just don't support us, but we have 3 of our board members from there. We are so grateful. BECU, we're grateful. Alaska Airlines, all the people that you see there. Our council member, Pete Van Reichenbach, he has always been a great supporter of everything we do. We're grateful. Rescue Mission and Prayer Network, Kilimanjaro. Give it up for Kilimanjaro. They have like 10 tables over there. Yeah, Cafe Date. All right, where are they? Where are my people? Oh, look at them. Somewhere. Where are they? All right, Rachel. So thank you. Live Life Church. Everybody knows that Live Life Church, when we call, they answer. We are so grateful. We are grateful. Rich Soil. Nation Realty. Hello. Thank you for being a sponsor. Ala Garifina, Christ-Centered Fellowship. Everyone that is on there, of course, Summit Support Associate. We can't come this far without you, so we're very grateful. I just want to say thank you. We couldn't have done this without you. Most of the tables you're sitting at, they have been paid for and sponsored by these people. So we are super, super grateful. Of course, the city of Auburn is here, and we are grateful to have you on board this time. My friend, Her Royal Highness Miss Pat, that's what I call her. She is awesome. She's the one that organizes the multicultural program at Auburn every single year, and we have a good time there. All right, what else am I doing? All right, so look at our staff. They are wonderful people. We are so grateful and blessed to have such wonderful staff. Can you give it up to Mission Africa staff? And if you're a staff and you're in this room, can you stand up so we can see you? They might not be here because they're all over the place, helping out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And then last but not least, we want to acknowledge the elementary schools that give us the coats. Has anybody volunteered at our Smiles at Christmas program before? Look around. Look at all our volunteers. Thank you so much for volunteering with us. Last year, we had 209 volunteers at that program, and we are so grateful. But one of the things that we started doing like 2 years ago was approach different schools, elementary schools and middle schools in the area to see if they will give us their lost and found coats. It's amazing how many coats kids leave they leave them at school. And you wonder if it's that cold, how do they go home? And then the next day they wear another coat. But anyway, that has benefited us. So last year we got close to 900 coats, warm coats from these schools, and we are so grateful. So it saved us money. We didn't have to buy as much coats for our Smiles at Christmas program. So please give it up to these schools. And if you have any connection, if you're connected to a school district, and you can help us, get some of the lost and found coats, we will come to your school and pick them up. We usually will dry clean them, and we give them out at our Smiles at Christmas program I think it's the first weekend of December. So please plan to join us this year, but we are so grateful to have this school support us. So I think that's mine, and I will welcome my wonderful husband, who is also the board chairman of Mission Africa, to come and take it from here. Thank you, everyone. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. If you were expecting that kiss thing, we're Africans. We don't do that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will not take too much of your time, but I like to make my wife a little nervous. When you call me on stage, I bring my iPad or a notebook, and then she'll be wondering how long will it take him to calm down from there. But today, I will be brief. I'm just here to acknowledge the board members, Mission Africa board members. So if you're a board member, please can you stand? If you're a board member, it doesn't matter where you're sitting, please stand. The people you're looking at, please keep standing. Cecilia, I know you don't like doing that, but I just want you to give it up for these people. They are the brain that make Mission Africa work, that hold us accountable to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And I saw Florence. If you have served on the board before, please can you stand? Where's Florence? Yes. Florence served on our board too, and she's still here supporting us. Thank you very much for all you do and your hard work and your contribution. Thank you. I want to also acknowledge our ED, Executive Director. You know, it's common, since we live in the same house, not to appreciate the work she does. But I'm going to appreciate her today for all the time and energy and all the work she has done. Sometimes, you know how you go to work, you come home and you leave work behind? That never happens in my house. That work is coming home. So we are Mission Africa 24/7. Even when I'm sleeping, it's still Mission Africa. And that is, she's incredible. She's very good at what she does. That's why I don't interfere. And thank you, our ED. I want to also just acknowledge my favorite son. He's the one and only. When I say that, he will be like, Dad, do you have another son somewhere? He's 16. When you ask him when he started volunteering, he will tell you since I was born, because he can't even remember. He started volunteering as soon as I was born. Thank you, Chizam. Thank you for always being there, even when you don't want to be. Thank you. Hey, he's a teenager. He doesn't want to be here right now. We all know that. He doesn't want to be here. I also want to acknowledge Auburn City Council member Kate Baldwin. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. As we enjoy our meal and the program, please keep your hearts open to what we're doing and what we're asking for. We have come this far, not on our own, but with support from a lot of people here. And if you're visiting us for the first time, I'm hoping by the end of the day today that you will be partnering with us to move forward. I can't call people by name because then we won't have to go. We won't be eating that salmon. So I'm stepping down now. Uche, where are you?
I'm sorry.
Nelson.
Thank you, George. Chairman George. All right, next we would like to invite a couple of terrific dancers to dance us into the next part of our program. Please welcome Winifred and Aneka.
Right.
Thank you.
Now I Umi Igbo bayi Chukwu ọkwa Chukwu Ani Igbo niile ọkwa Chukwu Umi Igbo bayi o Ashemo na Chukwu Egwu Igbo bayi ọkwa Chukwu Umi Igbo bayi nọ na mba Umi Igbo bayi bibe mba onye ọbụla mara une maka na une dị ka mma kwenu une ka ihe ojewe ejewe ọ nawa kwenu une dị ụtọ une dị mma mobility bayi o iyom ajam ajai aya anawanụ egwu ahawakwa a na-eke niile egwu ahawaga ekwe hawa ọnụ abịa hawa ọnụ egwu ịgbamụ n'ọhawaga igede ejebe n'ọnụkwa ha egwu ndị chiri ọzọ egwu ndị kpara ego egwu ndị gburu efu ejebe onye ụbịam nazimọnụkwa ha so ya iyo abịa nwunye
All right, thank you. That was our Grateful Women dance. Thank you to Winifred and Neka for that. That was fantastic. Well, for those of you that haven't yet met me, my name is Nelson J. I am thrilled to be back as your co-host and fundraising ambassador for Mission Africa today. Thank you. And if this is your first time to a Mission Africa luncheon, raise your hands, please. All right, welcome. Auburn is well represented today, and we're going to do something fun to get things kicked off. This is off script. Nobody knows about this, not even N Duty. Right in the middle of the room, this is the dividing side. We are going to continue to pump up the energy. This side of the room on 3 will say mission, and this side will say Africa. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is why we're here today, friends, and to tell you a little bit more about exactly what Mission Africa does. And it's a lot. We have a terrific video, so please bring your attention to the video screen now.
For African immigrant families, arriving in a new land is not the finish line. It's just the beginning. They face language barriers, health disparities, and food insecurity, systems not designed with them in mind. At Mission Africa, we are community-rooted and community-led. We walk alongside together, tackling 3 focus areas: education, health, and poverty alleviation locally. We rise together through education by equipping students with supplies, teaching tech skills, and developing leaders through workshops, luncheons, and job skills. Real-world tools, immediate impact. Through local work across every focus area, we educate families on substance abuse prevention, digital literacy, wellness, and leadership development. We partner with trusted institutions to empower healthy futures. With support from public health departments and clinics, we reach youth, parents, and elders, honoring wellness of spirit, soul, and body. No family should face hunger or hardship alone. From food pantries to holiday toy drives, we meet basic needs with dignity and care. Through our global outreach initiatives, we have impacted thousands of lives by providing microloans, awarding scholarships across Africa, helping to grow stronger communities through community farms, and delivering free medical services to underserved communities. With our focus areas, education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation, we address critical needs locally and globally, and we remain committed to advancing our mission of creating stronger, healthier, and more resilient communities. Contact us at missionafrica.us to find out how we can partner and serve together.
All right. Well, that is why we are here today, friends, and to help support the live fundraising auction component, welcome back to the stage my new best friend, Uche. All right, so we have I hope you're in for the long haul. We have a whopping 5 items in our live auction. Isn't that wonderful? And then after the live auction, we're going to conduct the all-important Raise the Paddle for the important programs at Mission Africa to support the work that you just learned about in the video. Before we do that, Uche, let's do something fun. And everybody find your bid cards. They're in your envelopes because we're about to start the live auction. While you're finding your bid cards, we want to give a shout out to our friends tuning in on the other side of the planet.
Yes.
They're in Nigeria and all over. So those of you that are joining us via live stream, thank you for being here and thank you for helping support the work at Mission Africa. And we're going to talk about the ways to give in just a moment. But right now, for those of you in the room, please find your bid cards and hold your bid cards up facing Uche and myself. And we want to capture a little bit of video showing, or actually it's going to be more like a groupie, a selfie. We're doing a selfie. Okay, bid cards up, facing the stage. Here we go. And, all right, and over there on that side, nice. And then we're going to turn this way and capture more photos. And show those to the photographer. And remember, friends, if you are in the witness protection program, just hold the bid card in front of your face. And it'll be okay. Wow, you look terrific. The colors are fantastic today. I had to find my most colorful jacket, knowing that we were coming to a Mission Africa event, and you all look terrific today. Okay, Uche, we're going to sell 5 items, and we want to remind you that the ways to give are on the screen. For those of you tuning in via the live stream, you can visit the website, the Mission Africa website. You can go to Zelle, and the address is info@missionsafrica.us. You can also, of course, make out a check to Mission Africa. The mailing address is 33309 First Way South, Suite A100 Federal Way, Washington, USA, and the zip is 98003. Or you can tap into the QR code and make a donation via the link that's connected to the QR code. So those are the ways to give. And today during our 5-item auction, if you'd like to bid on it, just put your bid card up. The last bid card up will take the item. And we have just 5. And to tell you about the first one, Uche, take it away.
All right. So the first item for the auction today is an African lunch with the founders. So the executive director and her husband are going to be hosting 6 people max at her home. Not sure if you've ever had her cooking, but she's a really great cook. And so you're going to love this. This is, if you've never had Nigerian food, this is typically a mix of some carbs, some plantains or plátanos, if you've ever had that, some beans, some vegetables. It's really good. It's really great. So this is an opportunity, like I said, to rub shoulders with the founders, get to learn more about Mission Africa, and really enjoy some really good food. So pass it over to...
All right. Thank you, Uche. Well, lunch for 6 with the founder. Question and duty. Let's just, hypothetical situation. What if there were 8 people in the party? Can you handle 8? Come one, come on. Okay, so
The
this
whole,
is for
the whole family can
yeah,
come. The whole
6 to
family can come.
8-ish. All right. Well, let's see. To make this easy and approachable, how about $50 a head if we were doing 6? So how about a $300 bid to get started? Lunch with Nduti at her house or yours. Is that right? Either or. Here we go. So we're in at a $300 bid. Thank you. 300. How about 3 1/4? 300 now. 3 1/4. 3 1/4. Valued certainly at $100 a head. This is like a $600 experience. We're bid at 300, looking for 325. 325, 325. Would you give us 3 1/4? Thank you. There's 325. How about 350? 350, 350. Would you like to go to 350? We have 325 on the. Oh, there's 350 right there. How about 375? 350 now. 75, 75. Would you go to 375? Need a $375 bid. There's 375. Thank you. Now 400. 375 now. 4. Nduti, can babies come to the lunch? Babies to the lunch? Yes. We're at 375, looking for 400. Do you want to go to 400? How about 400, 400, 400 now? Bring the baby. Everybody. It's a family affair. You want to come? Yes. And at 400, how about 4 1/4? 4 1/4, 4 1/4, looking for 425. Bid 400, looking for 425. Dinner for 6 or 8, a bargain at twice the price. I have a $400 bid, looking for 425. As a board member, this is an opportunity to show great leadership. You can do it. You can do it. Cecilia, she's impressionable. That color, Cecilia, that color on you is fantastic. It's really good. But I'm looking for 425. We have a $400 bid looking for 4. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Cecilia. We're at 425.
Yes.
How about 450, 450, 450 now? We're bid 425.
That table over there.
425 there,
They're getting
looking
excited.
for 450. 450, 450, 450 now. $450, bid 425, need 450 right here, right now. Fair warning. Last call. Sold for 425. Woo. Thank you so much. Bidder number 220. Bidder 220 for $425. Bidder 220 for $425. Thank you. All right, what's next, Uche?
Okay, next on the auction items. So this is a handmade quilt. Now, this is going to be really handy for those cold nights in Seattle. If you've ever lived in Seattle, you understand that. This is a handmade quilt. We have a couple of our models here and staff.
All the way up to the stage. Come on up. What a spectacular quilt. It's stunning. Handmade.
Super comfortable. Very, very comfortable. You get to have this for a very, very low price.
Well, we don't know. We never know. It's an auction, right? But you do get to take it home today. This is a spectacular contribution. Beautiful, unique, one of a kind, and stunningly crafted and quilted right here in the Pacific Northwest, Puget Sound area. All right, this is a spectacular quilt. Could be yours to take home, and all proceeds support, of course, Mission Africa. How about a $500 bid for the quilt to get started? Looking for a $500 bid for the quilt. Looking for 500. How about 5,000? 5,000? What about 50,000? No. Looking for a $500 bid. How about a $250 bid for the quilt? How about $250 bid for the quilt? Looking for a $250 bid for this spectacular handcrafted quilt. Thank you so much. There's $250 now, $275. $250 now, $275, $275. Do I have a $275 bid? I'm bid $250. Forecasted value of the quilt from the artist, $500. So looking for a $275 bid. I'm bid $250 by the windows, looking for $275. $275, $275. Would you give us $275? This could be the steal of the century. Looking for a $275 bid.
We have a board member here who won the quilt last year, so maybe she can tell you a little bit about how she's been enjoying it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's made my house very colorful. So.
Colorful. Made her house very colorful.
And cozy. Colorful and cozy. Here's your chance to support Mission Africa and be colorful and cozy. Looking for a $275 bid. Otherwise, we're going to sell it at $250. Need $275 right here, right now. Fair warning. Last call. Sold for, wait, so close.
not quite.
Holy cow, so close. No, we're at 275. They're bidding at the same table. Do you want to go to 300? He's got it now at 275. You're okay? Don't let him do that to you, though. Do you know him? Yeah, they're close. You're going to borrow it sometime. We're at 275. Anybody else in at 300? And remember, friends, the auction is today. So if you want to bid, bid. Oh, thank you. We're in at 300 from Auburn Rising Up. 300, how about 325? 325, 325. Auburn has outbid you. They're at 300. Looking for 325.
If anyone wants to feel how comfortable this is, we can bring
I've
it
got
over to you.
300. Would you go to 325? Just $25 more, just a little bit more. 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4. She's got it at 300. Looking for 325. 325, 325. Yes, he's in at 325. 350. Thank you. 350 now. 375. 375, 375. Just a little bit more. That quilt. Come over and let them feel the quilt. Yes, feeling the quilt is believing in the quilt. So we're at 350 looking for 375. Can you go to 375? It's stunning. It's all hand quilted. Looking for 375, 375. So cozy. A handmade quilt, you can pass it on to the next generation. They last forever. Looking for a $375 bid. I bid 350, need 375. Fair warning. Last call. Do we have it? Where? Whose bid card's up? Oh, you're already, you own it. You want to outbid yourself? You want to go to 400? You're outbidding yourself. I love that spirit. She's going to 400.
Woo!
And we're going to sell it. Bidder number 151 for $400. Bidder 151 for $400. Wow, thank you so much. Thanks to all of our bidders. And thanks to our donors, and thanks to our bidders, Uche, because without bidders, we can't have an auction.
That is
thank
correct.
you.
That's correct.
All right, tell us about item number 3.
All right. Item number 3 is a pair of tickets, Alaska Airlines tickets. For those of you who are trying to get away, it's about to get cold. It's about to get cloudy and a little overcast in Seattle, as you know. So this is your opportunity to get away. You can scan the QR codes, which is super cool. So if you want to find out all of the limitations and the rules about this, but just to give you a very high-level overview, these tickets are worth $1,250 each. $1,250. Now, these are round-trip vouchers to pretty much anywhere in the world, right? So great value, great opportunity. This is your opportunity to get away when it's cold, when it starts raining, when it's miserable in Seattle. This is your chance. Now, scan the QR code if you want to learn more about restrictions and rules, but there are no blackout dates, which is super cool, because a lot of times when you get these things, they say you can't use the tickets when during holidays and Christmas, Thanksgiving, but there's no restrictions on these tickets.
Yes, and shout out Alaska Airlines for their support of Mission Africa. Let's hear it for Alaska Airlines. And if you're not part of the Atmos Rewards program, where have you been? They've been pushing that, and we love Alaska Airlines mileage plan.
So combined, these are worth $2,500.
That's correct.
So that's our goal. Our goal today is $2,500. I know we can do it.
That's right.
I know we can do it.
All right, so a pair of unrestricted, no blackout date, Alaska Airline tickets, round-trip coach, anywhere in the Alaska system. I believe it's North America, Hawaii. I don't know if it's anywhere in the world, because they're now global. But based on the value, I think we're...
Wherever Alaska Airlines flies, essentially.
Something like that. So if you're interested in the tickets, how about a $2,500 bid? Anybody want to commit to $2,500 for the Alaska tickets, valued at $2,500? All right, let's play a game called Last Paddle Standing. If you want the pair of Alaska Airlines tickets, we're going to start the bidding at $100 for both. Hold your bid cards up and keep them up. Keep them up. I will escalate. When the number feels totally uncomfortable to you, drop your bid card, and the last paddle standing is going to take the tickets. All right, here we go. 100. This is for 2 tickets, round trip, unrestricted, No blackout dates. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400.
You can do it. You can do it.
1,500. 1,500. Bidder number 259 for 1,500. Bidder 259. Thank you. And one more time on your bid number. 259. Thank you. 259 for 1,500. Thank you so much. And thank you to our friends at Alaska Airlines for their incredible support. All right. And we have two more items in the live auction. Tell us about those, Uche.
Two more items. So you might have noticed there's a theme about these live auction items. These give you the opportunity to either bundle up and be comfortable when it's cold and it's miserable in Seattle. It gives you the opportunity to fly out and go experience something cool in a sunnier, warmer weather, perhaps Hawaii. Who knows? The last two items are Airbnbs located in Phoenix. Again, nice, warm. It's about 80 degrees average in October in Phoenix. Probably 80 degrees November, December. So when it's 40 degrees in Seattle, you get the point. So if you want those Alaska tickets, maybe this is an opportunity for you to bid on this package, right?
Wow.
You can go ahead and scan the QR codes if you want to learn more, but this is a 12-person property, so it sleeps up to 12 people. There's a heated pool. There's a putting green in the corner. There's a gazebo. This is an amazing property.
And Uche, question for you.
Yes.
Little known fact. I want to give a shout out to my wife, Tiffany, who's here today. And Tiffany grew up in Arizona, in Scottsdale, which is adjacent to Phoenix.
Down the street.
And we actually got married there in Scottsdale, Arizona, next Tuesday.
Oh.
In case you're wondering, it was 30 years ago next Tuesday.
Wow.
So it's pretty amazing. So the reason I'm sharing that is because if you haven't been to Arizona anytime between, say, mid-October to mid-April, it is spectacular. And if you get slightly sad when it gets gray for the next 135 days or 200 days or whatever,
Yeah.
go to Phoenix and you get the sunshine. There's great walking, cycling, golfing,
Great golf,
hiking.
yes.
So much. It's really beautiful. And I know that you've done some research on these properties. Tell me about the configurations of the bedroom setup for the 12-person. What's this?
Beautiful setup. So there's 5 bedrooms. Each bedroom has a king-size bed, so you can go with friends, family, couples, others. And one of the bedrooms has 2 bunk beds, so you can sleep 4 kids minimum, but obviously kids can sleep however many kids you have, right? Again, there's a pool table. Again, scan the QR code because you'll actually get to see the live photos on Airbnb. There's a pool table inside. There's a putting green outside. There's a nice, obviously, kid-friendly, family-friendly pool. A fireplace, a gazebo. It's an amazing, amazing property.
Okay, and so it sleeps 12, and it's for a full week. Is that right?
It's for a full week, valued at $2,500.
Okay, and so here's what we're going to do. 12 people, $100 a head to get started. How about a $1,200 bid for a week in Phoenix for 12 people? There's $1,200 right there. Thank you. $1,200 now, 13. $1,200 now, 13. Now 13. Need a $1,300 bid. Looking for 12. I've got $1,200. Looking for $1,300 for 12
Let's
people.
go. We can do this.
With
We
the
can
pool
do this.
and a putting green. Looking for a $1,300 bid. We've got $1,200. Need $1,300. $1,300. $1,300 now. If you don't yet have your winter travel plans, this is for you. Need a $1,300 bid. I'm at bid $1,200, looking for $1,300. There's $1,300. Thank you.
Let's
$1,300 now.
go.
14. 13. They're at the same table. How awkward. $1,300. You want to go to $1,400? Don't let him do that to you. You should. Yes, he's in at $1,400. Jermaine, what about $1,500? How about $1,500? $1,500. Looking for. No, he's got it. The auction is right now. Stop eating. Focus on supporting Mission Africa. You want to go to $1,500? $1,500? Just a little bit more. Just a little. You don't want to wake up tomorrow over breakfast and say, darn it, it's raining and I should be going to Phoenix next year. How about 1,500? Why not? Take the whole crew. You could take the whole table. You could collaborate and keep bidding and supporting the. Yeah, there it is.
Yes,
It's
yes, yes.
$1,500. Nicely done. How about 1,600? Victor, we haven't formally met, but I sense that you're a lot of fun, and I can see you in Phoenix. 16. Can you see yourself in Phoenix? You got to manifest it, my man. And you have the spoken word poet hanging out with you. Come on. That's your wife. So come on now. You got to go. The inspiration, don't do the math. Bid from your heart and not your head. The math is more of a guideline than a rule. 1,600. It's still barely. Yeah, they're in at 1,600.
Yes, yes, yes.
Jermaine, no math required, but can you go to 17? 17. How about a $1,700 bid? Just a little bit more. 1,700. Looking for. Oh, his bid card's been somebody stole it. That's good communication and good collaboration.
That's about $300 a night.
That's
a lot cheaper than getting hotels, right?
That's correct.
For a family of 12, 10.
And here's a little suggestion. Not that you need any inspiration to go to Phoenix. However, next March, late February, early March, is spring training. You could go see the Seattle Mariners in Arizona.
Fun fact.
Playing in Peoria, and you can stay there.
They are 10 minutes away from this property. You can go watch the Mariners.
That's right.
During spring training.
You can get to Phoenix quicker than the duration of the Mariners playoff game last night, which they won. So let's hear it for the Seattle Mariners. Yes. And let's hear it for considering a $1,700 bid to go to Phoenix.
Come on, let's go.
What do
We
you
can
think?
do this.
There's zero pressure. But the auctioneer is hovering by your table. I know we've got 16. We're going to sell it for 1,600 unless we get 1,700 right here, right now.
Any other tables?
Fair warning. Last call. Sold for 1,600.
Yes.
Bidder number 146 for 1,600. Bidder 146 for 1,600. Thank you so much to our bidders, and thank you to our donors who may or may not be in the room tonight. All right, and our final item, Uche, it's suspiciously similar.
Suspiciously, yes. Again, this is another Airbnb located in Phoenix, not too far from the other one. This property sleeps 8, so not as many as the last one. It's got a heated pool, so again, when it's cold and miserable in Seattle, you get to go to a nice warm place with a heated pool. This property is close to a lot of mountains in Phoenix, so if you like hiking and like the outdoors, the weather's beautiful this time of year in Phoenix. Lots of cool amenities inside as well as outside. It's an amazing property, a wonderful community, very walkable, around nature. So
Wow, fantastic.
We actually have someone in this room who actually spent some time there. Recently. Maybe we can.
I'm going to come over here for a testimonial. Are you okay with the testimonial?
Yes.
Tell us about this property.
So we were pretty exhausted and needed a place to get away, and this was perfect for us because you see that pool over there. Our daughter Zoe, 12 years old, lived in that pool for 5 straight days. She did. And we did take a day to drive up to Sedona. It was gorgeous. But outside of going to Sedona, there's lots of things you can do. You can go to Topgolf. You can go, what's that raceway place called? We went to this F1 simulation place where the kids got to drive race cars like they were in F1 cars. It was awesome. We're right next to Topgolf. There's a Whole Foods close by, Fred Meyer, everything you're used to. But for our family, if you need a place to relax, you can stay in that air-conditioned house, have everything you need, and just relax the entire time. It was definitely worth every penny.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Well, what a testimonial. Yeah, a chance to go finish your small book that you're going to write so that you can start doing podcasts. All right, how about an $800 bid to get started? The house sleeps $800 a head. How about an $800 bid to get started? It's for a week, is that correct?
Yes,
For a week. How about an $800 bid for anytime? The availability is great. If you hop onto Airbnb, you can find, if it's open, you can have those times. So looking for an $800 bid to get started. How about an $800 bid for a whole week? House sleeps 8 with the pool by Topgolf. Hiking abounds. Looking for an $800 bid. Wow. 800? How about 600? How about a $600 bid? That's outstanding. I have a 600 to my right. Thank you. 600. How about 7? Can you go to 7? It's the house is valued at $1,500. You're getting a screaming deal, and you're helping Mission Africa. I have a $600 bid. Need 700. There it is. Thank you. Now 700. How about 8? 700 now 800. Thank you. There's 800 now 9. 800 now 9. Now 9. Need a $900 bid. Looking for a $900 bid. It's just a little bit more. 900, 900, how about 900? Yes, he's in at 900. How about 1,000? 900 now, thank you.
All
now
right.
1,000, 1,000. Do you want to go again to the house again? 1,100? We're at 1,000. Looking for an $1,100 bid. I have 1,000, looking for 1,100. 1,100, would you go to 1,100? Need 1,100. There it is, just a little bit more. Why not? Yes, thank you. 1,100, how about 12? 1,100 now, 1,200, 1,200. Would you? It's going to be the best deal. You've got a kitchen as well. So if you're thinking you're going to go to Arizona for a better deal via a hotel route, you're not, because you've got to buy all the meals. So here you can cook at home. We're at 1,100, looking for 1,200, 1,200, 1,200 now. I've bid 1,100, looking for 12. Need a $1,200 bid. And right after we sell this, we're going to move into our Raise the Paddle moment. So I need 1,200 right here, right now. Fair warning. Last call. Sold for 1,100. There it is. Bidder number, what number are we there? It's bidder number 170 for $1,100. Bidder 170 for $1,100. Well, let's give all of our bidders a great big hand. And all right, friends, we're going to shift gears. And this is our all-important Raise the Paddle, lift your bid card for Mission Africa. We have a brief video for you to enjoy, and then I'll be back to conduct the Raise the Paddle.
Christmas is the season of joy, hope, and giving. And this year, Mission Africa brought all of that and more to over 750 families and 1,600 children in our community. The special event was filled with love and laughter for kids and parents alike. This year marked the 21st anniversary of...
I just want to begin with saying thank you to all our volunteers and all our supporters. It gets better every day. This is our 21st time or year doing this. And, it's so encouraging to see people come out.
Partners come from near and far, spreading cheer no matter where they are.
And it was record-breaking. With 198 dedicated volunteers, the event delivered unforgettable moments.
Smiles at Christmas, hearts ablaze, singing praise in joyful ways. Faith and love, our banner raised. In this light, we're all amazed.
My name is Denise Berry. I've been a part of Mission Africa since the beginning. Our first Smiles for Christmas consisted of maybe 20 volunteers. I see from year to year how God is just growing, and I am so honored to be here today. It's just a blessing.
As children enjoyed an unforgettable day of fun, bouncing on bouncy houses, playing games, drawing, coloring, and getting their faces painted, the joy in their smiles reminded us what this season is all about. Every moment was designed to create lasting memories.
My name is Yolanda Trout Manuel, and I'm the Auburn Councilwoman, a deputy mayor. I volunteered here twice already. This is my second time. I think they have an amazing event here for the community, and it's really nice to see.
Smiles at Christmas is about more than just toys and games. While the kids played, parents were invited to experience something truly meaningful, a powerful message of hope through the gospel. Together, we explored the gift of salvation in Jesus Christ, the reason for the season, and the ultimate source of joy and peace.
My name is Bright Ugochukwu, and I'm from Nigeria. I'm a volunteer for Mission Africa in Nigeria. I'm excited to attend the first Smiles of Christmas for me from Nigeria. And I'm so glad because it's not quite different from what Mission Africa does in Nigeria. I didn't even know I was in the US, I felt I was still in Nigeria because we have massive crowd, we have a lot of excitement, we have a lot of our waiting parents waiting to be touched, their lives to be touched by Mission Africa. In fact, this is one of the best days in my life, and I really thank God for it.
Afterward, parents were given the opportunity to shop for their children, choosing from an array of toys and gifts that would light up their little ones' faces on Christmas morning. They then had a chance to place the gifts in their cars, ensuring everything was ready for a perfect surprise before rejoining their children and enjoying the rest of the day together.
Smiles at Christmas, hearts ablaze, singing praise in joyful ways. Faith and love, our banner raised. In this light, we're all amazed.
Hi, my name is Chizaram Chukwu. I'm the son of Ndudi and George, and I've been working here since, I think, the day I was born. And one thing I like about Smiles at Christmas is the smiles on people's faces. Like, all these people right here, you see them all smiling and getting toys for their children. And it's like, it's a blessing to have that. Because I know there'll be people that don't have a lot. So they're trying their best to, get some toys and make their children smile.
It's just amazing. It blows my mind because nobody could do this but God. And we are so, so grateful. I always come with a heart filled with gratitude because there's no way we can do this as just Mission Africa. So our thanks go to all the partner organizations, Overcomer Covenant Church, Live Life, church, and everybody, every organization that have participated. My heart is filled with gratitude. Thank you, everyone, and hopefully we'll see you again for some smiles next year. God bless you all.
All right, friends, this is the opportunity to help support Mission Africa. And for those of you that haven't yet experienced the Raise the Paddle, a friendly reminder that we will have a level for everybody, but the goal tonight, or today, this afternoon, is 100% participation. So remember, no matter what level you raise your bid card today, please raise your bid card. And we'll start with a lofty number. I think we'll go to the next slide, a reminder on our giving levels. We're going to get started today at the $10,000 level. And if the $10,000 level works for you or your organization, and remember, this is a safe space. So if 10,000 or higher works for you, you can put your bid card up if you would like to give at a level that's above 10,000. Wave your bid card, wave your hand, and shout it out. So the 10,000 is more of a guideline than a rule. And a big thank you to the Gates Foundation Employee Matching Fund for getting us started at the $10,000 level today. So thank you to the Gates Foundation Employee Matching Fund for your support. That's the $10,000 level. Anybody else want to join or can join at that $10,000 level? All right, thank you so much for your consideration. Our next giving level is the $5,000 giving level, the $5,000 level. And to get us started at this level, we want to thank our $5,000 donors, and I know several are in the room. A big shout out to the BECU crew. They're here today. I think I met them earlier. I don't know where they're sitting, but thank you, BECU. Also, the Gates Foundation, Remap International, and an anonymous donor at that $5,000 level. So anybody else like to join at the $5,000 level? If you can help at the $5,000 level, now is the time to put your bid cards up. Those of you tuning in via the live stream, you can go straight to the Mission Africa website and make your donations of any amount at any time right there via the website and Zelle. Thank you so much. All right, thank you for your consideration at that $5,000 level. Our next giving level, the $2,500 giving level. If this works for you, this is the $2,500 giving level. Bid cards up at $2,500. And a big thank you to the Honorable Council Member Pete Von Reichbauer for getting us started at the $2,500 level with his table sponsorship. Would anybody else like to join Council Member Von Reichbauer at that $2,500 level? All right, thank you for your consideration. Our next giving level, friends, it's the $1,000 level. And remember, 100% participation is our goal. At the $1,000 level, shout outs to Cafe d'Art, Live Life Church, Nations Realty, LLC, Summit Support Associates, Rich Soil, USWTE, and City of Auburn for their support at this $1,000 level. So if you can help us at the $1,000 level, bid cards up at $1,000. I'm going to read these off, and in between each number, let's clap 3 times. That's going to sound like this: 127, 250, 286, 109. Outstanding. Is there one more at that $1,000 level? That was 4. If we get one more, we'll raise $5,000 at this giving level, which goes a long way to support the important work being done right here at Mission Africa. Is there one more out there at that $1,000 level? I know your heart's going pitter-patter, pitter-patter. All right, thank you so much for your consideration. Let's have a round of applause for our $1,000 donors. Thank you. All right, friends, the next giving level is the $500 giving level. The $500 level. If you can help at the $500 level, bid cards up. Let's make it look like a flock of seagulls over 4th Avenue here at the W Hotel. These are all at $500. Bidder number 128, 168, 190, 157, 222, 360, 101, 303, 294, 110, 204, and 273. All in at $500. Last call at the $500, 220. Nice. All right. Wow, that was fantastic. Last call at $500. Want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Thank you. Let's have a round of our... Oh, I think we got you. If I didn't get 222, please make sure that 222 is on the list. One time or 2? Just once, correct? One time. If you want to, and hey, we talked about this being a safe space. If you want to give again, you can do that. You can put your bid card up and hold up 2 fingers, and we'll take care of you for that. All right, our next giving level is a unique Mission Africa giving level, and I'm going to tell you about that. At the $360 level, this supports an annual scholarship to a student in Nigeria that Mission Africa comes alongside and helps put through school. So if you can help us at the $360 level, now's the time to put your bid card up. This sponsors a student's entire year of tuition in Nigeria. So bid cards up, and we want to give a shout out to Debbie Grover and Eric and Erica Hunter for their incredible support. Thank you so much. And this is the $360 level. And if you're in a position to help more than one student, hold up 2 fingers, 3, 4, 5, and I will say your bid number that many times, and you'll be helping that many students. So here we go. To support a student in Africa at $360, one-time gift, supports them for the whole year. Here we go. Bidder number 109, 259, 305, 184, 180, 276, 129, 126, 226, all in at 360. Oh, there's one more, 191. Thank you so much. And anybody else on the far side? Wave that, don't be shy. Wave that bid card high overhead. Thank you so much. All right, give yourselves a big hand. That was outstanding. Well, our next giving level is the $250 level, and we have a little bidding incentive for you. We knew that 6 items was going to be too many for the live auction. So we have an offer. If you raise your bid card at the $250 level, you're going to be entered in a drawing that we'll conduct today at the end of the event. You must be present to win. But one of you is going to get a weekend at the Little Red Chalet in the shadows of Mount Rainier. You'll be making a gift of $250 to Mission Africa, and you have a shot at enjoying a great getaway at Mount Rainier. So this is the $250 level. No extra work required, but at $250, you'll be in the drawing, and we'll conduct that at the end of the day. Uche and I will do that. So this is the $250 level with a shot at the long weekend in the Little Red Cabin at Mount Rainier. So bid cards up at $250. Bid cards up at $250. And if you decide that you're not interested in going to the mountain cabin, you can let us know, and we'll pull a second number. But these are the $250 giving levels with a chance to go to Mount Rainier's A-frame red cabin for a weekend. Bidder number 161, 224, 208, 181, 130, 252, 139, 174, 248, 307, 214, 245, 205, 225. Can we get a picture over here with the greens? I feel like, I don't know if they did veggie today, but their color is spectacular. I love green, and it matches my microphone. All right, those are all in at $250. Last call at $250. Bidder number 336, 359, 293. Anybody else at the $250,000 level? 250. We just want to make sure you're still listening. All right, thank you for that. All right, our next giving level, the $100 level. Remember, friends, our goal, 100% participation. The next giving level, the $100 level. Here we go. Bid cards up at $100. Let's make it look like snowflakes at Smiles at Christmas. Here we go. Bidder number 264, 148, 199, 156, 123, 155, 358, 189, 280, 287, 274, 118, 240, 309, 159, 347, 124, 313, 136, 175, 371, 229, 390, 210, 265, 215, 210, 175. Last call at the $100 level. That was terrific. And I don't know if you noticed, but 175, shout out to 175 for 2 fingers up. We saw you there. All right, 392 is also in at 100. Wow, that was fantastic. Give yourselves a big hand. All right, and Duty. Come on up to the stage. Let's welcome back your fearless, intrepid leader of Mission Africa. We were talking earlier, and Duty, I feel like there's a story here. How did we meet? I love this story. There is a story to it.
Believe it or not, I won Nelson at an auction.
That's right.
I did.
And Duty bid on me and my consulting services at an auction.
He offered his services. I'm like, okay, I'm going to bid and get this guy to do our auction. That's how we met.
Well, can we bring it in for a hug? Thank you. Okay, so in Duty, we're going to do something fun. And this is an activity called Last Hero Standing. And I want to explain it because there's not a catch to it, but you need to understand it's like going to Las Vegas and sitting down at a table and not knowing what you're doing. We want you to know what you're doing. This game, Last Hero Standing, involves $25 pledges to Mission Africa. And because we like to deepen the connection to the donor, I think we can just safely say this is more than an incentive. This is cold, hard cash. There's $200 at stake for the last bid card standing, the last hero. So you're going to get to $200. But each and every time a bid card goes up, it's another $25 to support the good works here at Mission Africa. And we have a timer, and the timer is known only to the auctioneer. So you don't know when it's going to finish, but you do want to be the last hero standing. So if you enjoy games like this, and if you'd like to have In Duty sweep by your table and make it rain, this is for you. So here we go. $25 up, and the $200 could be yours. So let's see, who's going to be our last hero standing? And if nobody puts a bid card up, then I think In Duty gets to keep the money. So we need bid cards up at $25. Who wants to be our last hero standing? Our recorder's ready. This gets a little bit nutty. And let's set the timer. Okay, here we go. Oh, bidder number 280. That's $25 for Mission Africa. Thank you so much. 280. Who's next? Who else wants to be there? Otherwise, we're going to just give away $200 and we're losing $175. Doesn't make sense. That's it? Really? Oh, there's 388 is in the game for another $25. Thank you. Bidder 313 is in. 360 is in. 307, it's another 20. 374. 142 in the back, 151, 181, 124, it's like popcorn in the air popper, 358, 397 is in, 251, and there's 198 by the window, and 197, another $25, and there's 359, which is another $25 for Mission Africa, and 211 is in the game for $25 to Mission Africa. And 251 is also in the game at $25. And look, In Duty, it's another $25. Bidder 148 is now the owner. 174 has moved to the front. 384 is in. Thank you. And I saw somebody, 218, thank you so much. 307 is in at 25, another $25. Each and every time it's $25. 131 is in, and I feel like 347, thank you, is in. 124, thank you. 313, oh, moments left. 214 is in, and 305 is in. 394, 203, 211, 182, another $25. 359, 297, 264, 232, 307, 211, 313, 313, 218, 203, 307, 368, 297, 203, 211, and 313, 384, 252, 359, and 141, 357, 307, 305, 324, 292, 394, 211, 149, 359, 140, 203, 201, 124. Anybody else? 307, 203, 305, 203. Oh, we're into the red zone now. 211, 313, 135, 181. It's a battle over in the corner. 203 and 211, 264, and Duty. We got to wrap this up. 307. What's that? Your shoes hurt. Of course they do. 203. It's another $25. 211, 324, 304, 203, 357, 211. It's a battle over here in Duty. 203 and 211. All right. It's a bit off over here. Are they still in? Who's the last one up over here? 211 or 203? 203, 211. 252 is still in it. 280 and 174. Here we go. 174. 384, 140, and 203 is going to take it. 203. 203. 203 to the right. Everybody loves the auctioneer after that game. Thank you for playing. Thank you for supporting Mission Africa. All right. Friends, we have a very special video message from our students in Nigeria. We're going to play that now, and then we're going to bring up our remarks. Well, we're not bringing up our remarks. We're bringing up our keynote, Kevin Hunter. So we'll get started with our thank you video from the students in Nigeria.
Thank you, Mission Africa. 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 Thank you, Mission Africa.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our keynote speaker for tonight, Mr. Kevin Hunter. Kevin is a Puget Sound native. He grew up in Seattle's east side, but he's always considered himself a Seattle kid. While attending Western Washington for his undergraduate studies, he also did a summer internship in Jackson, Mississippi, which changed his life and his professional journey forever. Upon graduation, Kevin began what became a 40-year career in the nonprofit youth development and community development sector. In 1990, Kevin and his wife and 3 kids moved from Olympia to Tacoma, where they were smitten by the deep connective relationships that they found across the city. And he now considers himself a Tacoma guy. No offense. Well, Kevin has a deep commitment to kids and families that find themselves on the margins of society. He's been a senior leader in organizations such as World Vision, Habitat for Humanity, Olive Crest, and Construction for Change. And he has seen firsthand, both across the United States and around the world, what organizations of goodwill are able to accomplish when they come together around long-term transformative outcomes. Kevin now leads his consulting firm and is currently engaged with clients such as Leadership Foundations and Civic Commons. As a leader, Kevin has consistently been a voice for people on the fringe, and he has brought people and organizations together through strategic alliances and trusting relationships. He has now expanded and grown his impact wherever he has served, and he has a wealth of experience and a deep passion for innovation, connecting people and organizations, and transforming people around the world. And with that, I'll introduce our keynote speaker.
Well, that could have been a lot shorter. Well, it's a privilege and an honor to be here with you all today. And, you know, when Ndudi asked me a number of months ago if I would speak at this thing, I said, no, Ndudi, I don't want to do that. I've known her for a lot of years, and, you know, we want to support, and you know, you're just wonderful, but, you know, I really don't want to. And does anyone ever been told what they're going to do by Ndudi? Even though they really didn't want to do it? You know, she has this unbelievable ability to talk you into just about anything. And so, Ndudi, thank you for being such a bright light in an oft dim world at times. She definitely has a way of bringing people together and connecting the dots and connecting all of the fabric of our societies. You know, I've had the great fortune of being in a career where I've led organizations doing work around the world. And, you know, what you learn is that there's certain people you want to hang out with. So first and foremost, Mission Africa and myself are kindred spirits. We like the same things. We want to see the same outcomes. We want to see the same transformational strategies employed wherever it might be, whether it's in the Puget Sound or on the continent of Africa. So it really is a gift to be here. You know, we find ourselves in a very confusing and troubling times, at least for me. Across the country, we seem to be more of the divided states of America versus the United States of America. Don't worry, I'm not going to get political. Globally, it feels like people are digging in and fortifying for some upcoming battles, whether it's political or actual battles. There's a profound sense of scapegoating and blaming each other, while the whole world is looking for a future that is a bit more heavenly than we currently have. It's hard not to feel like it's spiraling in a different direction at times. I just want to share 3 brief concepts, encouragements to you all that are supporting the good work here of Mission Africa. The first is just this notion of the desperate need we are in for leaders of what I call that have a prophetic imagination, right? So often we just want to kind of keep doing the same thing. So often we just kind of want to get a little bit more efficient or a little bit more streamlined or whatever that might be. But I believe we need a different kind of picture, a different kind of future that we want to try and create. I come from a faith tradition that had a bunch of prophets, okay? And the prophets weren't just people that went into this little part of the castle and sat around and pulled up some cards or read the Magic 8 Ball and wondered what would happen. But they were people who were really keen observers and feelers of what was happening on the ground. Okay, people that really knew what was happening in the neighborhoods, in the streets. These are people that didn't just, want to say something grandiose and largesse. They really knew what was happening in the community. And they didn't just kind of rise up and hold people to account when they saw the things that weren't working. They really had a different picture of what was going to happen. They saw a future that was filled with hope. It was filled with justice. And they knew what it would take to live into that hopeful and just future. In some ways, what I call these guys were prophets of hope or dealers of hope. I believe it's imperative that we break out of the existing paradigms of what we're doing and not thinking anymore just about better strategies or getting a few more bucks to do some more programs. What we need is a new lens through which to look through and see a more beautiful future. Who are the leaders that you see that are imagining something really, really beautiful and really different that's hope-filled? Who are the people in Mission Africa that are speaking with a prophetic authority and a prophetic voice to change the direction? Who on the continent of Africa sees a future that is different, brighter, more hopeful, more justice-filled? Those are the folks we need to start listening to. Those are the folks who our ears should be attuned to begin to organize our goals and our visions and our strategies to be looking at. I know personally that Ndudi is one of those leaders. She's not just satisfied with doing a little bit better. She wants to change the picture. She wants to change the future of what's happening both here and abroad. Secondly, a couple things here. As we aspire to move forward and become and live into that future and that vision of hope and justice, it's immensely overwhelming. I know Ndudi and George and the rest of the board wake up every day wondering, how in the world are we going to do this? How in the world are we going to glean the resources, raise the bucks? How are they going to recruit and mobilize the staff, the volunteers, engage the government wherever they're working, and the organizations and the partnerships? It's a tremendous weight to bear. And it's imperative that I think we need to, and I can't think of any other organization in the Puget Sound area that does this better than Mission Africa. We need to think more collaboratively. The days of going it alone, being that one organization that's going to fix all the problems in a given context, I don't think that day ever was reality, but we sure seem to reward it and appropriate it, right? We have to move toward a collaborative future if we're going to change the outcomes to be what we want them to be. I personally believe that philanthropy, and I know we got some wonderful people over here from philanthropy and around the room, I think we got to change the way philanthropy is operated historically. I think we need to start incentivizing collaboration and rewarding collaboration. When you look at that big sign out in the lobby there, all these partners, all these collaborators, both near and far, how do we begin to make funds available to organizations that are demonstrating and showing how the best kind of collaboration happens? Frankly, we have been rewarding thinking in isolation, thinking by ourselves, and not partnering. We've got to change that to be more like Mission Africa, to be thinking, I can't do it all, but who is already engaged? Who is already doing it in the community? How can I begin to get together with them and think strategically about it? You know, we got what I call the ego system, right? We all too long have been operating in the ego system, my organization, my thing, my theory of change, my strategy, my resources, my relationships are going to change the day, right? We've got to move more toward what I call an ecosystem, right? An ecosystem is something where organizations, a community, a group of organizations are living and interacting with each other in a specific environment. You know, my dad was a research scientist. He studied fish his whole life. And he knew the whole detail around the marine ecosystem. And he knew that it was a big system, an elaborate system, and frankly, a very delicate system. But when it's working well, everybody has what it takes to thrive and belong and proliferate. So, but he also knew that when something was missing or something went awry, the whole system could begin to break down. Folks, I think when you look at all of the organizations in the Puget Sound area and around the world, we need to begin to think about ourselves as an ecosystem. Philanthropy is wondering why, how in the world all these organizations are going to be able to make it, right? Just 13 years ago, since in the last 13 years, there's been 300,000 new 501c3s registered in the U.S. So you got all these organizations competing for the static dollar. Philanthropy's getting tired. Government funding's getting tired. How do we begin to think strategically together with other partners that are called to do acts of goodwill and good faith? We got to begin to think more collaboratively as an institution. So I would encourage you, wherever we are, if you're a volunteer, a staff, how do we begin to stop, look, and listen? Who are the people that are doing something meaningful in my community or in my country, in my city? Who are the people that are trying to solve the same problems I'm trying to solve? And begin to ask them questions. What are they doing? What are they needing? How do we begin to think more strategically and more collaboratively together? As we build trusting and nurturing relationships, the system will only work better. It'll move from a system or a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. There's enough for everybody. If we can all throw in, whether it's $500 or 50 or 25, we all have the resources here in this room to make something really happen. It's wonderful. You know, I've been a part of an organization that's been supported by a local foundation here in town. It's called the Black Home Initiative, and it is trying to do something that is very, very significant. It's trying to deal with the disparity between black home ownership rates and white home ownership rates. It's about half in the black community. And so we're a part of a national 5-city program that is trying to deal with that. And we said, what would it take if we could create 1,500 new foundational black homeowners in the state of Washington on the west side in King, Pierce, and Thurston County? And attempting to do something that is, you know, unbelievably challenging. And in a short 4 years, we have been able to create 124 formal partnerships to the BHI initiative. We've been able to build 2 pipelines of thousands of units that are in the works and coming and joining, you know, becoming available, and a whole bunch of families that have started their journey toward becoming a homeowner. The only way that has happened is through a collaborative experience with local government, philanthropy, for-profit businesses, nonprofit businesses, all working together to solve a shared priority, a shared interest, a shared goal and outcome. It can happen. It can happen. My third and final notion, encouragement is, and again, this organization thinks about it and does it as good as anyone. It's just simply to jump in and join the team. Shout out to the Mariners, right? Something special is happening in Seattle. I was actually alive the last time this happened. And, you know, and it's the same thing that Mission Africa is attempting to do. Come on, let's be a team. Jump in, take action. Right now, it seems like the whole world is kind of sitting by, nervous about getting too far out over their skis, too deep into the community, wondering how their efforts will be used. Just get involved. Jump in, join the team, and bring your gifts and your skills. We've been hearing it and seeing it all day today up here on the stage. Everyone has something that they can bring to the table. Everybody has some skill, some unique gift that they have been called and gifted and empowered and equipped to be able to deliver down the street, around the corner, or across the globe. So let's jump in. Let's help Ndudi and George and build the kind of things that you all want to see happen. This past year, I've had the chance to go to Scotland, okay? So I'm part of the Hunter clan, right? In a little bit of a different world than Nigeria. But I saw in Scotland the place of where some horrible things happened historically over the last couple thousand years. Also the place of some wonderful things that happened. And what I was amazed at, I was traveling there for 3 weeks. Every town, every city had these unbelievable cathedrals. These structures that were 20 stories high, amazing stonework that were built centuries ago, before cranes, all that stuff. Amazing edifices to something that feels to me a bit like ego. Now, I come from a faith tradition, and my tradition says there's something called the body, the community, a bunch of people working together to doing something really, really important and really, really good. And I kept wondering, as you'd see from every township, every hamlet, all these amazing cathedrals, as they were sitting there, closed or empty or vastly underutilized. And in Scotland, you can't tear them down because the government gives you money to keep them going. But what would have happened if 300 years ago, 500 years ago, all the faith leaders in a community would have gotten together and said, how do we think strategically about the social, the spiritual, the emotional capacity and support that's needed for our families and our kids? What if they all would have got together and said, well, why don't you build a cathedral here, and we'll focus our efforts over here, and we'll take the education program, we'll take the medical stuff that needs to happen, we'll do this, we'll do that, and all of a sudden, maybe we would have still some lively buildings, beautiful buildings, that were doing some really incredible, important work all across Scotland. Let's not make the same mistake here. Let's help Ndudi, let's help Mission Africa build cathedrals of hope. Cathedrals of hope that look like distribution centers. Cathedrals of hope that look like community centers, financial planning, financial literacy, lunch programs, Christmas programs, community gathering spots. Those are the cathedrals that I think we want to help you build, and that have a long-term, sustainable life as a part of the ecosystem here in the Federal Way area, the Puget Sound area, the Seattle area, and across the globe. So let's jump in and sign up and take action. Let's look, listen for the leaders that are bringing us to a place that almost is unimaginable, that's different in the future that we want. And let's look for ways that we can do it together and collaborate in ways that will change the world forever. So God bless you in duty and Mission Africa. Thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you very much, our keynote speaker, Kevin Hunter. I think the biggest takeaway for me, if you took nothing else from that speech, is get involved. And I think one thing that personally struck me was your comment about cathedrals of hope. Super powerful. Thank you for that. We're going to move forward to the next section of our event today, the Volunteer Appreciation Awards, and we'll have Dr. Ndudi come up to present those awards.
Thank you very much. Kevin has always been an inspiration to me. Kevin is one of those friends you don't see all the time, maybe once in 3 years. But anytime I see him, I'm very encouraged because he just understands me and he encourages me all the time. And that is priceless. So, Kevin, thank you very much. God bless you. You know, I called him 2 days ago or 3 days ago. I said, I'm just calling to see if I should go to FBI or CIA or wherever to make sure you don't leave town. And I'm glad he didn't leave town. All right, so we're going to do our, every year we give a volunteer appreciation award. And we have our recipient for last year. Where is she? Miss Regina Ingram. Yeah, give it up for Miss Regina. Mission Africa is a volunteer-based organization. We do a lot of big outreaches. And, we have a staff of 3. I'm the only full-time staff right now. Staff of 4. I'm the only full-time staff right now. And the rest, work a different number of days. But we cannot do what we do without our volunteers. So if you have ever volunteered for Mission Africa before, can we see your hand? Look at that. Look at that. Every hand at Live Life Church table and, SSA, we are so grateful to all of you. Rich Soil, we are very grateful. So this year's award will go to a very close friend of mine. I hope she hasn't left. She's very shy. She doesn't like spotlights like this. Miss Linda Avery, could you come up, Linda? Linda doesn't like attention like this, but I'll give it to her anyway. She deserves more than this. So Linda has been a friend of mine. We go to the same church, Overcomer Covenant Church. And Linda is one that likes to walk behind the scene. And she would do whatever, she needs to do just to make sure that Mission Africa has what we need. For those of you who have volunteered at Smiles at Christmas, you know that, we give out, last year we gave out almost 1,000 coats at that event. Linda dry cleaned all those coats, believe it or not. She did them in batches. She will come there, load them up. We cannot afford to buy brand new coats from the shops because you guys know how expensive coats are. So we buy them from Goodwill, all those consignment stores. And Linda is the one responsible to make sure that they are washed and they look like new, for us to give them to those precious children that we have. No, I said dry clean them. Yeah. So she takes them to the cleaners and she makes sure that they are ready. Apart from that, too, Linda, you know we have food pantry, right? We know most of you here don't come to our food pantry, which is wonderful. But we have food pantry, and Linda makes sure that our food pantries are full. And yeah, she just does it. She just does it all. When we have outreaches, Linda is the one in charge. I just give her our debit card. I'm like, buy food for our volunteers. So if you're here and you're a volunteer and you have ever eaten at our event, thank Linda when you have a chance. All right. And 2025 Volunteer Appreciation Award is presented to Linda Avery in recognition of your outstanding dedication and service to Mission Africa.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just would like to thank Ndudi, and I'm grateful, I'm humbled, and I'm honored to help her with anything she needs. And I'm just happy that she's able to call me anytime, and I'm there for her. So I just I love helping her. She's a good friend. I love you.
All right, and our next award will go to, it's called Board Service Award. And we have a number of them, you know, our board members who have served in the past. Unfortunately, most of them couldn't make it today, but we have one that is here, Miss Florence. Please come on. I like to tell this story. Florence is a very close friend of mine, but before I got to meet Florence, I worked with her husband, Mr. John Ndunguru. Give it up for John! If I stand here and start telling you what John and Florence have done to move Mission Africa forward, we won't go today. It's amazing, and we are so grateful. But, you know, when I reached out to John after working at Gates Foundation together, I said, John, can you serve on our board? He said, no, but my wife would do well. And so, so John volunteered Florence, and she was amazing. Her background is accounting, and she made sure that, you know, we spent our money well. Thank you, Florence. Florence finished 7th last year. Is it last year or early this year? April of this year, and we just want you to know how grateful we are to have had you for 4 good years. 4 good years. So this award, and is this Board Service Award, Recognition Award, okay, presented to Florence Ndo what? In appreciation of your board service to Mission Africa. Thank you so much. Welcome.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you all for coming, first of all. This is a wonderful, wonderful organization to be part of. So if it's your first time, keep on coming. There are lots of opportunities to help, volunteer, Smiles at Christmas, and also back to school. Yes, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Florence. We love you. We appreciate you and your family. You're amazing.
Okay, we have the raffle drawing and the announcement of Raise the Paddle totals, which is unofficial. And we're going to start with our raffle drawing. Oh, look at that. Wow. And Ndudi, you know what? It's impossible for me to do that. I don't think I can do that. Okay, so you're going to pick one of the tickets out of the basket. Can you do that on your head? Okay. And this winner gets the Mount Rainier A-Frame Little Red Cabin experience for a weekend. So here she is with a remarkable feat of balance. She has balance in her life and balance on her head.
Amen. That way you know nobody's cheated. I'll just put my hand in here.
Did you raise your paddle at this level? You cannot pull your own number and duty.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I have one. Drum roll. And it's number 214.
214. Hey, congratulations. 214, you're getting the cabin. All right, friends, here's an unofficial total. And I was remiss, I want to remind you that if you work for an organization that offers matching funds for your Raise the Paddle contributions today, the number that I'm going to share does not include any matching funds. So be sure to submit your matching funds information to your employer. And if you're with the Gates Foundation, the match is 3-1. So let's hear it for the Gates Foundation and all the businesses that match. And I'm going to put something out there into the ether. I want to let you know that we're close to a milestone number, but we're short by $1,475. If we can manifest $1,475 either as a community or at checkout, if you're in a position to help, that will bring our fundraising totals from Raise the Paddle only, not including our pre-committed gifts, to $25,000 for Mission Africa. So if you can help close that gap, it's $1,475. If 15 of you each added $100 to your bill tonight, we would hit the $25,000 mark. So thank you for what you've done for Mission Africa and all the programs. And a reminder that the name tags, in the spirit of Mission Africa being totally green, the name tags, we would love to have you drop those in the baskets just outside the doors, and we'll use those again next year. So leave your name tags, and be sure to grab a gift bag also located just outside the door. So big shout out to everybody for supporting Mission Africa today. Reminder, the marketplace is open just past the checkout, check-in station. Reminder, you can pick up any of those artifacts. If you get more than one piece of art, there is a 20% discount, so be sure to visit that shopping experience. And a big hand to Uche today for co-hosting. And let's give it up. And thanks to each and every one of you. Anything else to add, Uche? Oh, yes, QR code.
Yes. Go ahead, QR code.
You got it. Tell us about QR. For volunteering.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. So volunteers are obviously a very important part of what we do at Mission Africa. So if you'd like to volunteer, there's somebody outside with a QR code. You can scan the QR code and you can follow instructions to be able to register or sign up to volunteer. So thank you so much. And then our next order of business is the vote of thanks. Our very own Dr. Queen Ilunga will come up and give a vote of thanks.
All right. Did you all enjoy yourselves? Say yes, yes. Wonderful. So, thank you guys for coming. On behalf of our executive director, our chairman, the board, and our staff here at Mission Africa, we express our heartfelt and deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for coming and spending the afternoon with us. We definitely would not be here if it weren't for each of you. We thank you to our donors, our sponsors. We thank you, our amazing volunteers. We thank you for those who have prayed with us, prayed for us. We thank you for just being the family of Mission Africa. And so there's actually a notion, there's a notion that we here at Mission Africa try to impart to those who are part of us. And it's the notion that Mission Africa is not just a nonprofit organization. Mission Africa is you. It's us. It's all of us. We are the hands, the heart, and the feet of this great organization. So I want you to look to your neighbor, and I want you to tell them, I am Mission Africa. And I want you to look to your other neighbor and say, you are Mission Africa. And I want us all to say in unison that we are Mission Africa. Very well, very good, very good, very good. Very good, thank you. So I just wanted to leave us with this quote that actually came across several weeks ago, and I thought it was inspiring, and it's actually a charge and a command, and it captures the very heart of who we are in this great nonprofit. The quote reads, do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. May God bless each and every one of you, and God bless Mission Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. Couple last bits of order. A reminder, if you're interested in one of the centerpieces today, those are available. Just if there's one at your table, $50 contribution to Mission Africa. You can take care of that at checkout. Bring that with you. If there's 2 people at a table that want a centerpiece, then find a table that has already been vacated and grab that centerpiece. So just $50 for the centerpieces. Take care of that at checkout. We're in the honor system. Friendly reminder, bid cards into the basket, name tags into the basket outside. We want to reuse all of these things. And we're going to bring back our terrific dancers and drummers for the completion of the program. And to our friends tuning in from Nigeria, shout out, thank you so much. And to each and every one of you, thank you for being here and what you've done. And Duty points out they're from Ghana. So welcome to our Ghanaian musicians today. Here they go.
Noche. Chuba. Noche. Arr. Say. Jawa. Noche. Hey, say. Mame, ele, na, eh. Say. Anoche, hey. Teme. Say. Seba. Seba. Mama. Say. Ororio, miga, mige. Amemba wa bode no sogbeto, politula sa gbogbe. Amemba wa bode no sogbeto, politula sa gbogbe. Amemba wa bode no sogbeto, tula sa gbogbe. Miwae. Tula sa gbogbe aye ayo yeah tula sa gbogbe amema wa bode no sogbeto tula sa gbogbe orodio obenare emuke ta agamazona de ka ebo wa toasi anyigba akporabo anyigba rebe bobo afia no asonizoma orodio obuna benare adido tia ati garo onye asi mante popi gbere o Togo vijiji emonyo mi sugbon le group yama I'm also Ghana mi dakpe na mi he let's go. Anoche kayalo ne me kaya na milo kayalo ye me kaya. Anoche kayalo ne me kaya na milo kayalo ye kaya kayalo ye kaya.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.